All right, welcome back to lesson number 85. This is our morning review of lesson number 69. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. Yeah, get the theme here, get the idea. See, we've got to look at the dark. We've got to bring the grievances and the darkness to the light. It doesn't help to pull the light into the world. It doesn't help to bring light into something that really doesn't exist. So we bring the darkness, we bring the fear, we bring the guilt, we bring all the grievances to the light. Because my grievances hide the light of the world in me. So today you'll start with your legs up on the wall, have your head on the bolster. So you can even hold this idea in your mind as you transition here. Putting the legs up on the wall, you might inch in a little closer than usual. Let the knees be straight. Good. Then you're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. Let's just do the ankle over the knee. There you go. And then slowly bend the left knee. The left foot's going to track down the wall. So the knee catches the ankle. Little stretch comes into the back of the right hip, and the foot slides down the wall. That's it. And you feel the movement push the low back into the floor. We want all that. Okay, but then it has to be maintained with little to no effort. Then wrap the arms around the bolster. Yep, maybe underneath a little bit. If the interlock of the fingers is available, you can have that. We just don't want to pull the hands down under the neck. If they start to interlock, we also want to keep moving the hands away toward the wall behind you. Good. Feel good? Okay, close your eyes, turn your head to the left. Find a little resistance in the neck, the cervical spine, maybe the base of the skull. Just feel for the tension. Look for tension in the shoulders, right? And then close your eyes and rest. We'll just let the shape work on you. All the yoga, just like the practice, is an undoing. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. That's the idea for the day. My grievances show me what is not there and hide from me what I would see. So you may be meeting up with some people later in the day. Maybe it's at the workplace, maybe it's for other things. Watch the grievances come up. Watch the little tiny things that the no's, the NO's that come up, that hide what you would really see. See, this is the purpose of relationships. They either show us our grievances or they show us the light. Recognizing this, what do I want my grievances for? They keep me in darkness and hide the light. Grievances and light cannot go together, but light and vision must be joined for me to see. To see, I must lay grievances aside. I want to see, and this will be the means by which I will succeed. I don't seek the light. I seek, find, and remove the blockages to the light. See if the light and the love of true self is really unfathomable to us. So there's risk in thinking we know what the love and what the light is. We haven't a clue. But we start to get glimpses. I guess we do start to get clues. We start to get feelings, a little crack that lets the light come through. The ego hasn't a clue. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. Never does the ego, never does the false self have my best interest in mind. Gently bring your head back to the center. Nice. And then slide the left foot up. Good. Release the right foot up. Put the left ankle on the right knee. It's not the knee, it's not the kneecap, it's the thigh just below the knee. Slowly bend the right knee, let the heel track down the wall. Make it supportive, let it be passive, let the work be just right in the hip. And slowly turn your head to the right. Yeah, we look for the blockage. We look for and welcome the grievance. Sometimes the grievance, sometimes the blockage is so familiar, we look past it. That's why we got to go slow and continue to welcome all the nuances. Feel the shape and let it work for you. As you go through your day today, watch the grievances that hide the light of the world in you. It says, my grievances show me what is not there and hide from me what I would see. The Spirit is working through every encounter, whether it's a short casual encounter or long-term relationships. Let the Spirit come through and show you what you would see as you choose against your grievances. Recognizing this, what do I want my grievances for? They keep me in darkness and hide the light. Grievances and light cannot go together. But light and true vision must be joined for me to see. That's what we want, is light and true vision, the guidance. To see, to have this, I must lay grievances aside. Not just some of them, not just the big ones, not just the little ones, all of them. I want to see, and this will be the means by which I will succeed. Bring your head back to the center. And slide the right heel up. And release the left foot up. And use your hands to push the bolster away. Stretch your arms, let your head come to the floor. Hands under if doable. It'd be just fine to have them on top. Feel your whole spine adapt to the floor, lift the chin a little bit. And then for a moment, let's activate the feet, bring the toes towards you, firm your thighs, straighten the knees. And if your knees don't straighten, if you feel too much of a load in your hamstrings, then you've got to scoot back some. If in doubt, scoot back. And with your eyes closed, just feel the activation. Triceps extending the elbows, quadriceps extending the knees, shin muscles flexing your ankles and toes, the muscles in your forearm activating your fingers, the reach through the arms and fingers, the reach up through your legs, up through the heels. Throat open, nose high, tone the belly a little bit, and move some breath up into the rib cage. Watch for tension in the jaw. That's okay. Just keep the lips together. Breathe through the nose. And on the next exhale, just let everything be passive. Yeah, just turn it off. Let the shape be passive. Here's a nice message that just came through to me. Holy Spirit, give me the courage to look at and choose against my grievances. Yeah, that's what the Holy Spirit is for. We ask Spirit for help. That's where all true help comes from. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. Just an honest fact. Nothing need change except just resonate with that honest fact. And slowly draw the bolster back underneath your head. Drop it off, arms at your sides. Grievances and light cannot go together. But light and vision must be joined for me to see. And to see, I must lay grievances aside. I want to see. I want to be guided. I want to be happy. I want to be truly free. Okay, laying my grievance aside, it says, will be the means by which I will succeed. Bend your knees and push yourself back. Stretch your arms and legs. Ready for your day. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs. Whenever you're ready, roll onto one side and push yourself up. Have a comfortable seat. Yeah, and here's the specific applications that might be helpful as you go through your day. Let me not use this blank as a blocked sight. Remember, light and vision go together. Let me not use this grievance, this situation, as a block to real, true vision. The light of the world will shine all this away. Remove the blockages, the light shines in. And here's a nice direct one. I have no need for this grievance. I want to see. This grievance is not helpful. I want to see. Bring your hands to your heart. An outer expression of our deep, deep desire to truly see and see truly. Namaste. Welcome back to the evening half of lesson number 85. My salvation comes from me. Remember, we talked about how we tend to look for our salvation outside of ourself. Sometimes I call it shiny object syndrome, where we just get attracted to one shiny thing. Sometimes it's literally shiny. Sometimes it just is this alluring thing. Sometimes it's another body. Sometimes there's a body we try to avoid. But it's all this response and reaction to a world outside of us that in reality doesn't exist. And so we're being advised here to realize that salvation comes from me. And whenever it says me or my, it's the mind it's speaking to, not the body, not the seemingly separate self, not our false self-construct, but the mind. We're going to salvage our minds. Yes. So we'll begin today with your legs up on the wall and your head on your bolster. Just kind of thought of this funny line that comes through for a lot of us. I'm sure we've all said at one point, oh my gosh, I've lost my mind. Whenever we slip or do something funny or silly, I've lost my mind. Well, if we were to reframe that, we would say, I forgot that I even have a mind. We so associate with the body and the world around us that we forget that we have a mind. And so this is a return to the mind, which is the activating agent to spirit. Just wrap your arms around the bolster. Slowly turn your head to the right. Feel the turn of your neck and head. Make it soothing, and yet find a little something. I often refer to these blockages as speed bumps, especially when we turn the head, and the inclination is to turn quickly or make an adjustment and kind of force through these little tiny blockages. And sometimes I'd like you to just touch the first bit of restriction and then rest. Let it work on you at this subtle level. My salvation comes from me. Today, tonight, I will recognize where my salvation is. It is in me because its source is there. It has not left its source, and so it cannot have left my mind. See, we are but an idea in the mind of God, and ideas do not leave their source. I will not look for it outside myself. It is not found outside and then brought in, but from within me it will reach beyond, and everything I see will but reflect the light that shines in me and in itself. It's beautiful. It's telling us where to look and what starts to happen as we find it. In this moment, I will recognize where my salvation is. Soften your rib cage, soften your breathing, relax your jaw, relax your brow. Make room for God and rest. As we salvage the mind and get closer to our healed self. Worldly circumstances, our life basically, starts to feel like it's being undone. Familiar patterns and the familiar likes and dislikes that once kind of ruled the body and ruled your life start to change. So with this soft, relaxed nature in your beingness right now, start to welcome the changes, welcome the undoing. Trust there's a big yes, big affirmation on the other side of it. And slowly turn your head. You can lift the chin a little bit, press the back of the head into the bolster. Just go super slow. Yeah, slow way down for speed bumps. It's safe and effective. It's beautiful. And as you slowly make the turn, see if you can kind of slip into your higher mind with this feeling that you're not the pain, you're not the sensation, you're the observer. It's how people who are sometimes in comas are fully aware. They can hear everything. They can see everything, they can sense everything. It's kind of a out-of-body experience. It's just because they've been induced into this just incredibly mindful state. My salvation comes from me, my mind. Today I will recognize where my salvation is. It is in me because its source, capital S, is there. It has not left its source, and so it cannot have left my mind. Why would I look for something outside myself when the source of it and everything I want is inside? It's in my mind. I will not look for it outside myself. It is not found outside and then brought in. This is what we do with a lot of idols and symbols. Sometimes what we do with others through manipulation. It is not found outside and then brought in, but from within me. It will reach beyond me, and everything I see will but reflect the light that shines in me and in itself. You'll see the love and you'll see the light in everything because you're seeing with light and with love. Plant the seed, and maybe tonight you'll dream with light and with love. Let Spirit work on you, with you, through you, 24/7. Look for any tension. Let it go. Look for any resistance and let it go. That's how we make room for love. We make room for God. And slowly bring your head back to the center. Now push the bolster back. Just push it back enough so you can have your head on the floor. Just a little ways. Yep, just push it back and have your arms now out in a T shape. These palms up toward the ceiling. Throat open a bit. Jaw relaxed, eyes closed. Your mind wide open. Just let the shape be like a bodily mudra. A shape that is symbolic of what we want, the salvation within. the love and light that comes through us. And if you get a tiny inkling of that feeling, you'll know it because it's so wholly fulfilling. Give it away. Just extend it out and it will grow. We can't really put words to it. So while we may try sometimes, words can't describe it. And then release your arms on down by your sides. Keep the feeling, keep the experience, keep the peace. And then bend your knees and push yourself back. And after stretching your arms a bit and stretching your legs, you can take all the time you need. You'll go ahead and push yourself up or find any comfortable shape to bring a gentle finish to your practice. And what is a finish but really a new beginning? Some of the related ideas that you might find helpful as you retire for the evening here is, let this not tempt me to look away from me for my salvation. Let this situation, let this person, place, or thing not tempt me to look away from me for my salvation, from my mind, from my heart. Number 2, I will not let this interfere with my awareness of the source, capital S, of my salvation. Remember, this is a very gentle mind training program. It's really a washing, a cleansing. I will not let this thing interfere with my awareness of the source of my salvation. We just come back to our center and we are able to smile. And the last one says, this has no power to remove salvation from me. That's a good one for news events. This news event has no power to remove salvation from me. Who made up the news event? Who invented it? The sleeping mind. With your eyes closed, bring your hands to your heart. An outer symbol or expression of the inner source of salvation. Me. My mind. Namaste.